Hello and welcome to another episode of Diary of a Coin Dealer. This is the very loosely planned Monday night rant. So before I get into it, I've had a lot of people message me asking me basically why I'm so shit at the moment. I do have an answer. I recently went to another doctor. They believe I've got something called um, central sensitivity syndrome. So basically, my my body's been under so much stress for so long that every time it encounters stress, my brain kind of shuts it down. So what you're finding is I get up some days, I'm like, oh, I'm fine, and then if there's too much stimulus or too much stress, it wipes me out. Now the good news is I most likely will make a full recovery, which is great, and it's actually a weight off my shoulders because I was on the down low thinking I had a stroke. So that's good news. The bad news is I'm going to be inconsistent until I'm better. So the videos on YouTube, it just is what it is. You're going to see a flurry of videos, so a video every few days, video every day, and then you're not going to see any videos for say 10 days, because part of me getting better means I have to make myself ill by exposing myself to these situations. Over time, the brain should correct itself. At least that's the plan. For anyone who doesn't know what central sensitivity syndrome is, it's basically it's a bunch of things that it's they don't really know what it is. It's just a bunch of things that get grouped into it. So it covers fibromyalgia, it covers IBS. It's where the brain just misfires. So yeah, that's where I'm at. In terms of the market, I like to talk about the market in Diary of a Coin Dealer episodes. Wow, it's been a bloodbath. It's probably been, I think, hands down the worst market I've ever traded in. It's been awful. Now, it could be because it's August. Kids are going back to school, but I've never seen it so bad. So I listed some 20 francs. This is me being a bit soft. So I bought these from a local lad. 20 francs. I got 3 of them. I didn't want them. I knew they'd be aggro to move, but I knew he was short on cash. And what you need to understand is that it's kind of like an ecosystem. Everyone has a role to play. So I took them off his hands knowing there's no money in it, but knowing that I could do it because I've got the cash flow. Like I'm a much bigger business. And yeah, put them on the groups. People want them for spot posted. I listed them for spot plus post, and I had 2 people like, "Can you do spot posted?" I'm like, "No, no, sorry." That's out of principle. It's not even out of like cost. I can take the odd loss here or there. Anyone who knows me and knows how I trade knows I try to make excess profit, and then I can sell down the losses at the end of the month. I've always done it that way. But out of principle, I was like, no, I'm not having you run me down to below spot. Like, you want to be a dealer, that's no problem. You go set up, you build a name for yourself, and then you buy for those prices. But I'm not giving it away to people who maybe chances is wrong. I think it's a sign of the times. Everyone's looking for that bargain. Like that graded collection I bought in the 25k collection on the last video. It's been a bloodbath. Usually I'd get something like that in. It's unique. Okay, it's a pain in the ass to move because there's so many different things, but I kind of enjoy it. I don't mind that because there's so many different things. But trying to sell it, and there was one coin I put up for auction, and I think the first bid was 33% of the value of what the reserve was, and the reserve was a keen reserve. And I'm just like, where do I take that? Thankfully, there was a buyer at the end of it. It didn't hit reserve. It's nowhere near reserve. But I spoke to a gentleman I've dealt with in the past, and he said, "I'll take it for the price you want. It's not a problem." But it's getting so hard. There's too many dealers on the groups. There's not enough buyers on the groups, and I don't see how that's going to get better within the short term. Now, it's great for me in the sense that I've got some regular clients. I've got some really nice people who buy from me. I think some of them have thrown me a bit of pity since I've been ill, but Hey, I'll take it. Like, I appreciate the custom. But when you're going onto the groups, it's just peer to peer is messed up. I will make another video about peer to peer because I think it needs to be touched upon. I think certain things need to be spoken about in terms of how it works, not throwing shade at anyone, but I do expect a lot of the traders to kind of go to the wall. I'm not in that position. If anything, this is, I trade at the moment because it gets me out of bed. In terms of finances, like I could probably do another 3 months away. I won't because I don't think it will make me better. Actually, speaking to the doctor, it won't make me better. I've been told that if I don't do anything, I won't improve. So because my brain is kind of glitching out, so I need to trade anyway. But it's more to get me in a better frame of mind. But in terms of the other traders on the groups, I'm seeing things run to the bottom. It's a race to the bottom in terms of pricing, and that's across the board. Even quality coins just getting slashed in price. Now, if you had a big pot of gold or a big pot of cash, fill your boots because it will be a very good time in the long run. It probably will drop a bit more. I don't doubt that. I can't see bullion dropping anymore. Like if you can't give it away at spot, there's a natural point where you just take it to a bigger dealer. I would much rather take my gold to a dealer and make 97% than give it to someone on the groups for 97%, because I feel like these same people, when the times are good, they're not going to support you. It's kind of a give and take thing. Now, if one of my clients who I've been dealing with for years and years said, I heard you're going to take it to a dealer, can I have it for 97? I'd be like, you know what, let them have it this time. But I think it's a very dangerous precedent to sell stuff at retail for what you go to a dealer for. I don't think it's good business. That's okay. People may disagree with me, but as soon as you kind of go to those levels, the whole fabric of the ecosystem just breaks down. It completely breaks down, and that's what I want to address in the next video. Yeah, so yeah, it's not been good. I've not been good. Nothing's good. Everything sucks. It's all bad. Nah, jokes aside, it's going to be an interesting 18 months. I feel with the cost of living, it might pick up. There might be pockets of money come, but I'm not sure. I'm not convinced myself. Like I said, if I was a buyer, I'd be quite happy at this environment. I do think the gold price is going to go up. Looking at the figures for the US, I do think bullion's going to go up. Now, for any of you who've been in the game a long time, who've been in the coin world a long time, usually it's the calm before the storm. So I remember in COVID times where people went mad for it. It was very jittery. It was like, and then people just lost their minds. And that was before like the helicopter money as well. I had a very good time in that. I remember talking to a client of mine, good friend actually, and he said, "Why are you not selling?" And I was like, "Because I know the supply lines are down." You know, I can wait 3 months. I'll wait for everyone else to sell cheap. But sometimes you got to play it that way. I did well. That was a good period. I remember I was selling stamps on eBay. Not eBay, on Amazon, sorry. And it was crazy. We weren't even profiteering. We were just putting it up for, I think it was like the price you would have paid plus post. And we were making 500 quid a day. We burnt through our entire reserve in 3 days. Like £500 profit a day. Back then I was a lot smaller. I did have a business partner back then on the stamps, but I can see it happening with the coins. I think it's going to drop and drop and drop, and then bam, it's going to fly. Might not work that way. We shall see. I don't have a crystal ball, but I am trying to keep bullion to one side. I do. Everyone knows I've got the reserve. That's not working in my favour at the moment, but I do think there'll be a position where it's going to absolutely fly, and then there won't be enough stock again. At the moment, there's too much stock, too many dealers, too much stock. But it will flip, and it'll be not enough stock, not enough dealers. That's what I feel anyway. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been quite a bleak video. But hey, that's what this series is about. You tell the good, you tell the bad. So take care, guys. Bye.